You're watching Weather AM. It is Friday, September the 6th. Very glad you could join us on the Weather Network. What is our focus for today? Well, we'll get to all that, but first of all, look at that blue sky. Ryan Voutilainen, thank you very much from Vancouver. Just gorgeous views there from the other day. Hot and humid weather on the coast of British Columbia. Port Stanley, Ontario, got the sailboats out, rocking and rolling a little bit on Lake Erie. We've got rain, though, returning today, and even thunderstorms in Birchie Bay, Newfoundland, Labrador. Thank you, Beverly Quinlan, for your contributions as always. All right, our top stories today. Summer heat in the west, feeling a little like fall this weekend in Ontario and Quebec, and heavy rain for the Maritimes will begin there. Our low pressure system coming up from the U.S., that will be, or rather from the Atlantic Ocean, that is going to be responsible. We're already getting the thickening clouds across Nova Scotia and southern areas of New Brunswick. So far they've been mainly the high clouds, but they'll continue to thicken and lower, and by this evening, rain around Yarmouth and the southwestern shores of Nova Scotia through the overnight tomorrow morning. Look at that. So by tomorrow morning, heavy rain around Halifax up towards St. John, the Annapolis Valley, and likely the south coast, the southern shore. And we'll take a look there. That rain moves its way northeastwards through the course of Saturday. By the evening, starting to dry up in the west, but still raining around the Gulf of St. Lawrence, and overnight Saturday into Sunday, some periods of rain for Newfoundland. Along with this rain will be some gusty winds, could go 70, 80 kilometers per hour in Nova Scotia, probably about 50 or 60 around PEI in New Brunswick, but the heaviest amounts of rain, including Halifax, could be over 50, even over 75 millimeters of rain. So possible flooding. Saturday is the rainiest day in the Maritimes. St. John's, heavier rain and stronger winds likely to move in on Monday. Okay, so we take a look at Ontario. Risk of thunderstorms today, all associated with a cold front that's moving its way southwards, changing summer-like heat you've experienced this week in sunshine to more like the fall conditions. Now, this is going to bring locally heavy rains, including around the Niagara region, eastern Ontario, western Quebec. Through tonight, you'll see on the backside of that low, that's when the cooler air comes in. So 22 in Toronto today, 25 in Ottawa, but just 8 in Timmins. Well, by tomorrow, and we may even get a little bit of wet snow this weekend in parts of northeastern Ontario. Just 11 in Parry Sound, 15 in Toronto, and 16 in Ottawa tomorrow. So certainly a cooler day. Now, this is not an all-weekend non-stop rain. I don't want to give you the impression that it will be that, but there will be rain at times heavy, especially if you get thunderstorms. Likely lesser amounts of rain in southwestern Ontario, a little more in the southeast, and certainly up towards Quebec. But if you're heading towards, if you're in Montreal tonight, heading to Percival Stadium to see Nathan Rourke and the BC Lions tackle the Alouettes, should be absolutely a beautiful evening, just a little gusty. Ottawa tomorrow. Seems like it rains every Red Blacks game, and tomorrow's home game will likely be dealing with rain. Across the west, cool in Manitoba, but as you go westwards into Saskatchewan, particularly Alberta and BC, well, that summer heat is on, courtesy of a big ridge of high pressure that will make it feel once again well into the 30s, even upper 30s into the Fraser Valley today, and likely again tomorrow. We'll start to see a little break from that heat come later in the weekend and next week. But if you're in Regina, you're in Winnipeg, Regina, Edmonton, or Calgary, temperatures in the 30s, likely for much of the weekend, starting to warm up for Winnipeg by Monday.